you doing? So sorry about that. Trying to get it.
You're okay.
So I'm so excited about talking with you today. I've been binge watching Married to Medicine this new season, and it's just
Yes.
so much going on in this new season. And you all have a few new people this season. So I want to, how is Miss Phaedra fitting in with this group of women? This is a little different from the show she was on previously. So how do you think she's adapting to you all?
Phaedra has been a surprisingly pleasant addition. She's educated like we are, and she's just cool. She's surprisingly really positive, complimentary every time we see her, just not willing to participate in our drama at all. She makes faces and she comments, child. But she really doesn't get involved or take sides, anything like that. She kind of stays neutral. And I really respect that about her.
Mm-hmm. And so being that she really doesn't indulge in the drama like she did on her previous show she was on, do you think she will stay for another season?
So I think that as she gets to know us better, and she's getting to know us here in season 10, I think that as she's getting to know us better, she's going to have more thoughts and opinions as time goes on. And I think she should definitely stay with us another season.
Okay. And I talked to Sweet Tea yesterday regarding the show. She's also another new person coming on this season. And I see that you kind of brought her under your wing a lot. You've been very supportive of her in this season, which I know she really appreciates. And also I was just looking at the dynamic where on the season it showed like her and Dr. Heavenly was hanging out a lot last, like maybe a little earlier before the filming and stuff like that. But then when the shows, as it progressed, like we just started seeing all the shade, and she started feeling like, you all were throwing up quad a lot in scenarios when, has nothing to do with her. So how do you think like she will adapt as this season go on with this group of ladies? Because, reality TV is new for her. Everything is brand new, and you all are veterans at this. So
Yes.
especially with her coming on this show being a newlywed, and a lot of people have had to deal with marriages on this show, ups and downs and stuff like that, on the brinks of divorce sometimes. So do you think that is a good idea off the rip, starting your marriage on reality TV?
Mm-hmm. So I think that Letitia was around Heavenly a couple of times in big group settings before filming started. She did not spend enough one-on-one time with Heavenly because Heavenly is truly herself on and off camera. She's
Mm-hmm.
the same person. She's pretty shady. Like if we took her to lunch right now, honey, she would shade me and she would shade you because that's just who she is. So I think Letitia started filming with a very naive attitude.
Mm-hmm.
And just because you hang out with somebody a couple of times doesn't make them your bestie, nor does it mean they're not going to tell you their unfiltered thoughts and opinions. And we know Heavenly has a mouth. She doesn't spare any of us. So why Sweet Tea thought she was going to be spared, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But again, maybe that's not her naivete, right? I think that first year of marriage, I think planning a wedding is stressful. That first year of marriage, adjusting to a new husband, new city, new job was a lot
Mm-hmm.
for T. And I'm not sure that filming and having a new set of girlfriends that also included your husband's ex-wife was a good idea for T.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
She handled it. She did it. She's still standing, but it was a lot for a newbie.
I definitely would say she held her composure way more than I would have. I
Yes.
think when it came to like the pamper party
Yeah.
and Quad walked in. So did y'all have conversations with Phaedra? Because I feel like she end up being mad afterwards at Heavenly, where she uninvited her to the wedding. When I feel like Phaedra, if anybody should have got a uninvite, it should have been Phaedra after she pulled, Quad popping up.
So I think, let me say this. I think that first of all, I think that Heavenly saying to Letitia's best friend and bridesmaid that she shouldn't be getting married a few days before her wedding, I think that was foul. Heavenly should have never said that out loud.
Yeah.
At all,
Yeah.
for any reason. If she wanted to call Jackie on her way home and say that, cool. But saying that out loud at the bachelorette party was inappropriate, and T was well within her right to scratch Heavenly right off that guest list. It's a normal reaction if somebody is predicting that you ain't gonna stay married. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, I think Quad crashing the bachelorette party, poor decision on Phaedra's part. But
Yes.
Quad hadn't really been coming around, and we were asking her because none of us were talking to Quad. Some of the ladies were asking, well, where is Quad? Well, how is she doing? So I think Phaedra thought she was doing a good deed by bridging the gap.
Mm-hmm. I understand the deed, but the time and the place
The timing was bad. Yeah, the timing was bad. And if Phaedra could do it all over again, she's a smart girl. She would do it.
Yeah, I was like, girl, this is not the time or the place for this at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And also I feel like, well, this was Miss Sweet Tea told me that the reason that Heavenly has been shading her and bringing up Quad so much is because Quad doesn't have a storyline, and she's doing it more so Quad can stay on the show, so she can maintain her lifestyle. So do you think that is true?
I think that, again, Letitia has a lot of naive thoughts. Quad has a whole following, honey. She's been here 10 years. She has fans that love her, that are looking for her. And um we all always have things that we can talk about in our lives. We can talk about the dynamics. She still has her mom living with her. She dates. Whether or not she shares it with us is a different story, but Quad is dating. She travels all the time. There's a lot that she could talk about. She could even talk about why some of her friendships within this circle are lacking. And certainly we are going to cover that later this season. So to say that Heavenly is helping her with a storyline is I mean, it's a
But
little naive on
she
T's
said
part.
that's what Dr. Heavenly told her. She said Heavenly told her that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
So
don't know. I wasn't there, so I cannot speak to what Heavenly told her. But what I can tell you is that if Heavenly was sitting here right now, she loves being around Quad. Heavenly loves spending time with Quad, honey. So they don't need to make up anything for um, Quad's storyline. Heavenly loves hanging with Miss Quad.
who would you say in this new season would be who do you argue the closest to outside the show? Like, who do you still like talk to on a regular basis, hang out with outside the show currently?
Right now, I really, believe it or not, I'm talking to, hanging with everybody.
Oh, okay.
Everybody. Uh-huh. Toya, Jackie, Heavenly. We talk on the phone a little bit more than me and T, or me and Phaedra, but I hang out with everybody. When I have a get together, everybody's invited. Um, yeah. If I have a personal problem, or, I want to complain that I just had to cuss about Cecil, I might call Toy up, or I might call Jackie up. I don't really tell Heavenly, honey, because I don't want it on her YouTube channel. I might not say all heavenly. Did I just cuss Cecil out? Because I don't want it to show up on YouTube.
So I know on this season, everybody was like, when they talked about how Heavenly put people business on the social media and stuff like that. But when y'all talk to her, it seemed like she's got better. So has she still been, working on making sure she doesn't put y'all business out where y'all can maintain a good balance of friendship, personal friendship?
I think Heavenly is doing much better with dogging us out on the YouTube. However, I think what you have to understand about Heavenly, she's been consistent since day one. She's going to give her thoughts and opinions about all of us. Nobody really escapes that. And it creates a lot of drama, but if Heavenly wasn't creating drama, where would we all be?
Where would the show be?
Where would we be haunting?
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it for speaking with you. And I will be tuned in the rest of the season to see what happens.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Nice to meet you today.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks.